Good day, grade 7. Before we'll start our discussion for today, let me introduce first myself. So, I am teacher Eliza M. Atilano. You can call me teacher L if you wanted to. Again, teacher L if you wanted to. So, I will be your teacher in this subject, which is the Information and Communications Technology, Computer Hardware Servicing. So in this topic, you will learn more about entrepreneurial competencies. Okay, but before we're going to dig deep into this topic, let me introduce first to you the meaning of the difficult words found in this slide. So we have the entrepreneurial and the competencies. So what is entrepreneur? Okay, so we got it, or we got the entrepreneur word from the entrepreneurial word. So this is the root word of the word entrepreneurial. What does it mean? Okay, it says that entrepreneur, these are people with skills and capabilities to see and evaluate opportunities. So meaning, when we talk about entrepreneur, it is the people who has the skills and capabilities to see and evaluate opportunities. So meaning this when we talk about entrepreneur, the present here is the people. So it says here the people here has these skills, the capabilities, no? They are the one who designs, who launched the project. So that's why when you're launching the product or marketing the product, you should have the skills and the capabilities to do so in order for the product or the services that you're marketing for will have a good outcome. Next, when we talk about entrepreneur, again, these are individuals. So again, these are the people, the individuals, the person that can strategically identify products. So meaning products of our services needed by the community. So meaning when you are an entrepreneur, you should have strategized everything. Let's say for example, you will be having your what do we call this? Your survey, no? In order to know or to identify the products that the community or the people that surrounds you um, let's say for example, it says here that entrepreneur, these are individuals that can strategically identify products or services needed by the community. So what do we mean by this is that when you are entrepreneur, no, if you are a business person or businesswoman, businessman, whatever you call it, you should have the strategy to know the products, no, that the community or the people that surrounds you needed, no, what are their wants and needs. So you should identify those factors in order for you to know what you're going to sell. So what another strategy for you to do in order for them to buy the products that you are selling. So that's it. And they have the capacity to deliver this at the right time and at the right place. So meaning if you are, it's not just about selling the product. It should be that if you have someone who have dealt with the product and you have told them where or when you're going to meet, no, so you should be there before the time or on time that you have given them, aside from being late. So you should be on time and you should be there before the time that you needed, and of course it should be at the right place so that there will be no problem that you're going to face with terms with um, in terms of delivering the product to them or the services that both of the parties have been what we call this, have been dealing with. So that's it. Next, when we talk about entrepreneur, so these are the agent of economic change. Okay. So when we talk about entrepreneur, it's not just that you are a business-minded person. You have the skills. Yes, you have the skills. You have the capabilities. So because all of those things or the qualities that you have, you are becoming now the economic changer. So you are one of the factors or one of the one who give the interest, no? Because when you are a businessman or businesswoman, you're paying tax, your own tax, your interest to the government. So that's why, because of you, you're adding to the economic change of our country. So let's say, for example, you're an investor in our country. So an entrepreneur, they are the one who organize, who manage and assume risks of business. So meaning, so in a sum up, when we talk about entrepreneur, these are the people who are doing the business. So they are the one who designs, who market, who launch the product or the services that they are, that they have, no? So that is an entrepreneur. So it involves a lot of people. So that's it. Next. So what are the good qualities of an entrepreneur? Since we know what is an entrepreneur now, so again, these are the people who have the skills, the capacity to know how to manage, no, something like that. So in order for them to maintain the business that they have, they should have a good qualities. Good qualities. So it's not just one, but there are many of the qualities that you should possess in order for your business to grow beyond what you are expecting it to be. So first, opportunity seeker. So meaning you should have the opportunity seeker mindset. So meaning when there is an opportunity, when there is as a, for example, a good news, in order for your business to grow, so you will not think twice, but you will just jump into that situation and indulge with that. So that is opportunity seeker. You're a risk no, you are you jump into a situation with no second thoughts, in order for your the only mindset that you have is that with that kind of opportunity, it will make your business grow. So that is an opportunity seeker mindset. Next, you are risk taker. So meaning as a entrepreneur, you should always you have this quality, which is risk taker. So meaning let's say, for example, there's a VIP, and you are not, let's say, for example, you don't finish college, and then your investor is somewhat like, a college degree holder, something like that. So you should go there, no, with all the efforts that you have, with all the good mindset in your mind, that no matter what happen, this is it, and I will do this for my business. So that is, you are risk taker. Whether it will be a good outcome or a bad outcome, but at least you've indulged into that. So opportunity seeker and risk taker just, go align with each other. So it's like something like optimism towards the business that you're handling. Next, you are goal setter. So when you are an entrepreneur or a businessman, whatever you call it, you should have a goal. So in any business, you should have a goal in mind or your vision in your business. So of course, when you talk about vision, it's always a positive outlook towards the business that you have. So that's it. You should have a goal setter. So maybe in this month, you should be aiming for this, for that. So something like that. You should have a goal in your business in order for it to grow beyond what you expected it to be. Next, you're excellent planner. Since you are a skillful person, the one who designs everything, so you are an excellent planner. So maybe you will you will do a chronological like set of events if there is a launch of product. So you do plan things, no, not just for your business but for the outcome of the product, and the outcome of the product towards your the one who buys your product. Next, you are confident problem solver. So that's what I've said earlier, that whenever you are a entrepreneur, you should have a good positive mindset. So in order for you to solve the problem that will come into your business, because in every business there is a problem. Not just is, but there are a lot of problems that you will going to face. But as an entrepreneur, you should have a good mindset in order for you to confidently solve the problem. Next, you are hardworking. So meaning when we talk about hardworking, it is not just that you are eager today that you do the business, but rather when we talk about hardworking, you are eager, no, the whole time with your business. So that's why when some of you or maybe most of you will do business, sooner or later, it should be that the business that you are handling is your passion. In order for you to just easily release the hardworking good quality that you have, because if you love what you are doing, then you will be 100% reassured that you will do the very best thing that you can do because you love what you're doing. Yes, so whenever you love what you're doing, constantly you will give 100% of you towards the work or the business that you have. So that's it. Next, persistent. So you have the hard work, you have the everything. You should be persistent. It's not just that you are eager today, but on the next day you are not. So that's why I told you earlier that it should be the business that you have is your passion. In order for you to not be eager just today, but you are eager the whole time and 100%, your business will just grow. And lastly, you are committed worker. So meaning you are committed, no? Since this is your passion, no? This is what I wanted. That is what you wanted, then 100% you're committed to what you're doing. It's like loving a person. When you love the person, you will do a lot of things, a lot of efforts, searching and whatsoever in order for your loved one to feel what you wanted them to feel. The same as the business. If you love your business, you will do things that will make it grow and not just be stagnant all the time. So there should be a growth in your business. Again, okay. So you should have also your personal entrepreneurial competencies. So meaning when we talk about pecs, it is not just the good qualities that you have, but also the character. So when we talk about pecs, on the character of a business mindset, a businessman or a businesswoman. So again, it refers to the important characteristic. Important characteristics. So let's look now for the important characteristics or the attributes of a good entrepreneur. So first, you should be hardworking. Okay? So hardworking is one of the important characteristics of a good entrepreneur. Why do you think so? Okay. You should have a good, you should have this characteristic in order for your work or in order for your business to grow. You should not be like stagnant, no? You should not be easily like, yeah, okay, my business is working, something like that. You should not feel at ease. You should be hardworking, or you should be persistent, or you should be eager from the very beginning up to the last. So it's not just like you're eager at first, but you should be eager of doing the works at the middle and at the end, something like that. So this means habitually working diligently for a long period of time. So that's what I've explained earlier, that if you are eager today, be eager throughout the process. So hardworking people keep on improving their performance to produce good products and or provide good service. So when you are hardworking, when you're doing a lot of things for your business, so you are improving the performance of the to produce good products. So you will not just do the survey today, but you will do the survey throughout the process, throughout every consumer that there is, in order for your business to grow. Next, you should have this characteristic, self-confidence. So everything will not work out if you don't have this. Yes, you are hardworking, but you lose your self-confidence. You don't know how to speak with your consumers. You don't know how to market the business that you have. You don't know how to talk your vision or your objectives to other people. So everything is useless. So you should have self-confidence, because entrepreneurs have confidence in one's ability and own judgment. So you should have a stand towards your confidence, no? And not just in the products that you're selling, but representing the products towards other people. So that's how you're going to get the interest of other people, when they see that you have the confidence in you that the products that you're selling is good, something like that. So you should have self-confidence. Next, they exhibit self-confidence in order to cope with all risk of operating their own business. So you should have self-confidence in order to cope with all the risk. Okay. So as what I've said earlier, that in every business there is a problem that we are facing. So you should be confident that in every problem that you are facing, whether it is small or big, you should be confident enough to to solve it. No, you have the confidence to solve the problem that you are facing. Next, we have the discipline or disciplina in Tagalog. So successful entrepreneurs always stick on the plan and fight the temptation to do what is unimportant. Okay. So let's say for example, just an example, okay, let's say for example, a student, no? In order for you to have a good grade, you should do what you should do in order to get what is the objective that you have, or the vision that you have. The same in the business. You should have discipline, no? So you always stick with the plan that you need to do this in order to have that. You need to do that in order to get that, no? And you always fight for temptation. Let's say, for example, as a student, you always fight with temptation of being absent, no? Being late, being lazy, so something like that. Same in the business alone. Now, in order to have a successful business, you should fight those temptation. You should fight with the unimportant things that you need to do in order for your business to grow. So something like that. Discipline is a must. Everything will just disappear if you don't have discipline. And mind you, as a business person, no, what you are is speaks for the business that you have. Let's say, for example, if you're always late, if you're always absent, so maybe that kind of character that you have will maybe, somehow affect the product or the people who are working with you. So if they saw that you're always absent, cramming, like that, you're not doing a good job. So same as your workers, they will not do that if you give that as an example to them. Okay, so be a good example. Next, you are committed. This is what I said earlier. You're not just doing this today because you want to leave. It should be throughout the process. So a good entrepreneur accepts full responsibility of everything in his or her business. Okay. So this is really important. It's not just how you sell the products. It is also how you handle, no, the pressure in your business. How you accept the responsibility of failure in your business. No, if there is a failure, then work on it. Be committed to work on it, and not just set it aside, because there are a lot of people also who are looking. There are people also who are looking up on you. So do things in order to work the things that may come to your business. And then he or she gives full commitment and solid dedication to make the business successful. Okay, so as what I've said earlier, not just eager today, but you're eager throughout the process, no, in order to have a business that is successful. Number 5, we have change. Okay, ability to accept change. Okay, so it's not just all the time that your consumer will like this, because there is what do we call like changes in everything that let's say, for example, before, no, the people are not prone with the gadgets, but nowadays people are more engaged in the gadgets or something like that. You should always accept change, and those change should be applied on the business that you have in order for it to boom. Next, nothing is permanent but change. So you should accept that there is a change. So that's why you should bear in mind that change will not make everything wrong, but it will make it, last long. Will make your business last long, because you are, when everything is changing and you are changing also, so you are just going with the flow, and same as your business. So it will not be stagnant on what it is before. The same in the relationship, no? It's not just, you are a boring person, something like that. You do things that is common, you just stay at home. So nowadays, more of the relationship will go to like, going on a date, no? So just go with the flow and let everything go through it. And when you're going on the flow, and then you accept the change, so there is a growth for both with you, and not be stagnant in what you have. If that makes sense, excuse me. So change occurs frequently. When you own a business, you should cope up and thrive on changes. So that's what I meant earlier, that when you own your business, you should go with the change there is with the products that you are selling, no? Because it will be useless if you will be stagnant onto that kind of services that you have, and that services or that product is not in demand, no? Let's say for example, in the millennials now, no, even high school do wear makeup. So maybe, if the demand is blusher, no, cheek blusher, so you should apply that to your product, no, something like that. So maybe the lipstick can be put into the cheeks in order for it to get a blush to your eyelids, something like that. So you should go with the changes that there is with the consumers, that are the factors, no, one of the factors for your business to grow. Next, capitalize on positive changes to make your business grow. Meaning capitalize, focus, no, on the positive changes. So as changes, though it is negative, that you will, let's say for example, you will let's say for example, you will consume a lot of money for the changes that there is, but bear in mind that it is a positive change for your products to work, for your products to be demand again in the market, so something like that. Next, creative. Okay, so when you are selling the product, you're not just creative with the packaging, you're not just creative with the color, with the smell of the product, but you should be creative also in selling the product. So let's say for example, soap. So this soap, something like that, will make you whiter, something like that. But bear in mind, when you are introducing or marketing the product, it should be what the product is, no? Don't sabotage with good things that the product should have, but it will not work. So it should be what the product is doing, that should you sell. That's what you are going to sell to the people. So an entrepreneur should be creative and innovative to stay in the business and in order to have edge over the other competitors. So you should be creative to innovate. So don't just be stagnant on what you have, but rather to visualize a lot of things in order for your business to grow. Then has the initiative. An entrepreneur takes the initiative. Okay, you should, let's say for example, you have this there is a change in your business, so you should have an initiative, okay, that these things will work, something like that. You must put yourself in the position where you are responsible you are responsible in the failure or success of your business. So you must take an action. You must initiate an action, no? Whether it will be whether the outcome of your marketing of the product will be failure or success. So you should initiate the good atmosphere to it, the positive vibes throughout it, whether it is a failure on your business. Because failure, no, when you initiate a good and positive behavior towards the problem that you are handling, everything will follow. Because in every business, there is always a failure which leads to growth. So don't be afraid to fail, because that is a way. Next, profit-oriented. So an entrepreneur enters into the world of business to generate profit for income. This shall become the bread and butter for you and our family as well. Therefore, you must see that the business can generate income. Okay, profit-oriented, no? So, So the business that you have should generate an income, no? If there is no income, how you're going to prosper the business that you have? Something like that. So the important skills as a successful entrepreneur. 1, you are a planner. Planning is strategic thinking and setting of goals to achieve. Okay, wait for a minute. Okay, planning is strategic thinking and setting of goals to achieve objective by carefully maximizing all the available resources. A good entrepreneur develops and applies step-by-step plans, okay, to realize goals. A good entrepreneur knows that planning is an effective skill only when combined with action. Okay, when you are planning, it's not just that you're writing it down, but you should do it in action. You should take in step by step work in order to achieve the goal. So something like that. When you're a planner, you are doing also the planning that you. Then people skills. It's very important skill in order to be successful in any kind of business. People skill refer to effective and efficient communication and relation to the people working in and out of your business. A well-developed skill can spell out the difference between success and failure of the business. So people skills. So it's not just how you handle the business. It is also how you handle the people that surrounds you, the workers that you have. So as what I've said earlier, if you're a good example, everything follows. The worker follows, the people around you follow. So something like that. Next, decision making. Successful entrepreneurs have the ability to think quickly and to make a wise decision towards predetermined set objectives. No one can deny that the ability to make decisions is an important skill that an entrepreneur should possess. So in every business that we have, there is always a decision making. No? Everything has a process. So you should be wise in your decision, and you should be wise in your decision of having a good outcome in your business. So that's all for today. I hope you've learned something in our topic for today. Thank you for listening. So that's all for today. Good day and God bless.